up, you guys? Back at it with another video, and today is the first day of quite an adventure. Today is September 29th. It is 3:30 p.m. and at about 3:30 a.m. I am going to start my next journey. I have to go to a wedding in Austin, Texas, which is just under 1,000 miles from my home in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, Decatur, Georgia. Every time you say you live in Atlanta, but you're not actually in Atlanta city limits, people like to call you out, which I do the same thing to people that live way out in the suburbs, but like, I'm like right near the city line, so I feel like I deserve a pass. But anyway, I have to be at a wedding on Sunday around noon, and then on Saturday there is like a little lunch for the wedding party. So I have to be in Austin, Texas, actually Saturday afternoon. It is Thursday today. So my plan is kind of convoluted. Originally, it was going to be like a long, kind of meandering road trip that stopped in Louisiana for a while and just saw the sights, but time got the better of everything, and now there's kind of a little bit of a time crunch. I normally only work Monday through Wednesday. I went ahead and took Monday off, but that is it. So my plan is at 3:30 a.m. today, officially it'll be Friday, I will hop in my car and I'm going to drive to Mobile, Alabama first. In Mobile, it'll be about the time that coffee shops open, so I'll grab my first cup of coffee there. And then I'm gonna drive from Mobile to New Orleans, Louisiana, where hopefully I'll grab lunch. That'll be my first time eating if everything goes according to plan. From New Orleans, I'm gonna go to Houston, Texas. From Houston, Texas, I'm gonna go to Austin's airport, because that's where I'm picking up my wedding date. She is actually flying to Austin, Texas, and I'm gonna pick her up at the airport. We'll go to our hotel, chill for the night. Probably I'm gonna immediately crash, and then the next day we're gonna go to that lunch. We're gonna see the sights, Sunday wedding, and then Monday we're actually gonna drive back home together, back to Georgia, and that'll be fun. Having somebody along with me in the car, being able to like sightsee with the person is a little bit more fun. On the way there, I'm just gonna cook it. You know, I'm gonna try to get there as quickly as physically possible, without breaking any crazy laws. I will be doing it in the 2022 Hyundai Veloster N, so quite a fun car. It's gonna be a really good time. It's gonna be cool spending a good amount of time in that car. I think when I'm all done, I'll be able to give it like a really good review and know what I like and don't like about that car. Spending 2,000 miles in a car roughly will kind of tell you some things about it. So I have to finish packing. I have to pack some snacks. I'm gonna have to load everything up into the car, kind of get all my like emergency supply stuff, like tire plug kit, all that stuff packed into the trunk strategically. My suit, I'm actually gonna carry all of her luggage so that she can fly with nothing, which is just great. Imagine getting on a plane with nothing on you and just being able to just sit down, you know? I did just realize there's a time difference between me and Mobile, so I have to figure that out, navigate that. And I don't know for sure whether her flight lands in Austin at 7 p.m. Atlanta time or 7 p.m. Austin time. So we gotta work out the details. Ideally, I beat her there. That is my goal. All I really want to do for sure is get a good lunch in New Orleans and beat her to Austin, Texas. So that is my goal. It kind of strikes me as kind of like a Top Gear challenge sort of deal. I'm gonna leave at 3 a.m. like I said. She has to go to work the next day. She's gonna go home from work, shower, do whatever she needs to do, head to the airport, probably in an Uber, catch a flight, and then hopefully I'll be there already. So it's a little bit of a race. I always prefer driving places or riding places. I like having my own transportation. I like being under my own power. So hopefully the car prevails in this epic journey and shows you that planes are overrated and you don't need them. The route I'm taking is the south route, going through, like I said, New Orleans. So that's about 15 hours of actual drive time. I'm gonna factor in 2 hours for the stop in Mobile and the stop in New Orleans, and then probably 30-40 minutes in gas stops. There's gonna be like pit stops, gonna be really quick. I'm gonna throw the pump in the car. As soon as it's done, I'm gonna go pee, maybe grab an energy drink, and then go. The energy drinks and water are always a touchy thing when I do really long distance rides or drives. You guys that watch this channel that aren't just here because you saw a title with Veloster N in it, but have been here for the long haul, you know that I do a lot of iron butt rides. I do a lot of like marathon drives. I do some van life trips. I spend a lot of time in vehicles or on vehicles going really far in short amount of times, generally shorter amount of times than most people would take to go cross country or several states over. And you really have to modulate your water and your caffeine intake, because both can be really good but then suddenly really bad. If you don't drink enough water, you don't hydrate enough, you're gonna get a headache, you're gonna feel like trash, you're gonna be sleepy, you're just gonna be overly like just fatigued, you know, you're gonna just, it's gonna be hard travel. But if you overhydrate, you're gonna be peeing all the time, you're gonna be jittery, you're just gonna be just overall uncomfortable as well. You don't want to overhydrate because you're gonna those stops are gonna really add up. You don't want to be having to stop to pee all the time. And the exact same thing goes with caffeine. If you under caffeinate, you're gonna be sleepy, kind of sluggish, you're gonna be like not really with it when you're kind of doing 15, 16, 17, 18 hours on the road in one shot. But if you over caffeinate, you're gonna get a stomach ache, you're gonna get a headache, you're gonna be jittery, you might get nauseous. So you're really gonna ride the fine line on both of those things. And I think for myself and like my body size, like my weight, I have it pretty worked out to a science where I usually feel pretty okay. I try to balance those things out, alternating. At one step, I'm gonna get an energy drink of some sort or coffee or something, and I'll sip that. And then at the next stop, I'm gonna hydrate. That's gonna be straight water or like a Gatorade or something like that. But generally, I really want to kind of watch my sugar intake too. So it's a balancing act. But you'll see that. I'm gonna film every bit of this. I'm planning for it to be 1 to 2, maybe 3 episodes. We'll see how fruitful I am, or how productive I am with filming. You know, I'm gonna be really trying to focus on the road. So we'll see how often I bust the camera out. But as for right now, I'm gonna go finish packing, get all my stuff in the car, and the next time you see me will be at 3-ish a.m. on go time. I'll see you there. Okay, fast forward, it is 7:13. I just finished a really good cycling workout. I filmed that last little segment and instantly got on my stationary bike. I rode for about 3 hours just to kind of keep my legs moving and burn some calories and just get some movement in, because for a while I'm not going to be moving at all. So this is the car. This is the 2022 Veloster N. It's got some NK wheels on it, some Continental Extreme contact tires, but otherwise, minus the tint, it's completely stock. I think it's going to be great for this. I'm going to show you the whole trunk setup. There's my Harley, there's my Beetle, but this is the trunk. It has kind of an emergency supply bag for her luggage, my luggage, emergency supply bag for me, my shoes there for the wedding, what I believe is her shoes for the wedding, tire patch kit. For part of the trip, I'll be wearing like jeans, so I'll have a gun belt here. Otherwise, I'm just gonna probably pocket carry. I do carry a CCW every single day, but this should cover the both of us for all of our time in Texas and have me pretty much covered if anything goes wrong. My general like tool roll is in the Harley, so I need to grab that and get that in the trunk just so I have some basic tools in case I have to do anything. But really, with the car this new, I think the only thing that's gonna go wrong, if anything is gonna go wrong, is flats. So this flat repair kit, CK Auto, the tire repair technology, it was like 20 bucks on Amazon and could get delivered next day. I'm not endorsing that product. I haven't even opened it, honestly. But this is the car. That is the loadout. Got a bag full of snacks here, just a bunch of different random stuff. These energy chews are killer on the road. Got a bunch of those, some protein bars, little peanut butter cups, Takis because your boy is from the hood. My suit back there. This is it, bone stock. Should do the job well. It should do the job better than the Beetle would, honestly. So yeah, I just want to show you guys like a quick overview of the car, a quick tour of the car before it's pitch black and I actually return to hit the road. These NK center caps are already fading pretty quickly. That's a bummer there. You expect more from NK. They're a really nice wheel manufacturer, and that's just not living up to the test of time. I believe these wheels are maybe a year old, probably like 6 months old. Yeah, they're not a year old because the car isn't a year old. They're like 6 months old max, and all the center caps are already fading, so that's a bummer, but it is what it is. This is the car. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna figure out some good dinner, and then I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I will see you guys at about 3:30 a.m. when I hit the road to head to Mobile and have what will be my second cup of coffee, because I decided I am gonna drink a little canned homie in here because Mobile is like 5 hours away, and I'm not going 5 hours on very little sleep with no caffeine. So that's the plan. This is my stuff. This car is gonna go 2,000 miles of epic awesomeness starting right now. Okay, it is 2:57 a.m. I am very tired, but it is time to hit the road. I've got this guy that is hopefully gonna help. There's more. This guy that is hopefully gonna help. That's 40 milligrams of caffeine. This is 150, so combined a pretty serious hit. Some overnight oats. And I grabbed some croissants here, so I'm gonna smash this and then hit the road. It looks like Mobile is 5 hours away, not 4. I did the math wrong, but there's also the time difference that I'm gonna lose an hour, so it should be all right. Let's get to it. Okay. We got a day-old croissant. It is 3:02 a.m. Car's loaded. Got a couple different little coffee drinks. That should get me enough caffeine to get me to my first gas stop. Mobile, turns out that it's 5 hours away. It's 5 hours away, but I'm losing 1 hour in time. So more driving than I planned, but it will be earlier than I planned. I'll be losing time as I go east, or as I go west, obviously, because time zones are going to change. But I think it's just one time zone change. I think the hour I lose in Alabama is the only hour I'm going to lose, but the plan is to try to get to Mobile at about 7 a.m. I'm meeting a homie there for coffee who agreed to get up very, very early and hang out with me for like 15 to 30 minutes, like not very long at all, but he agreed. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to start pounding these energy drinks and try to get on down the road. It being 5 hours away means I'm not going to make it on one tank of gas, so it looks like Montgomery, Alabama is going to be the midpoint for stopping. So yeah, let's get to it. Bon apple skeet. All right, we are on the highway. Sat nav says 4 hours and 53 minutes to get to the coffee shop I'm going to at 7:10 a.m. I got half a tank of gas from the start here, so definitely stopping. Hopefully gonna make it to Montgomery and stop there. If not, I'll stop wherever it looks safest and best this late at night. But yeah, we're good. I don't even know if you can hear me. I don't know how to run this. There we go. Just to reiterate that, because music was playing, I don't know if you heard me. 4 hours, 52 minutes, 331 miles to Mobile, Alabama. I got about a half a tank of gas. It says, I don't know, I don't see where it says my range, but I don't think I'm making it that long with half a tank of gas, so I'm definitely stopping. Hopefully in Montgomery, Alabama, but if not, wherever I have to stop. But smooth sailing so far. Yeah, there's like nobody on the road, obviously, because it's so late at night, so pretty chill. I think this trip is gonna be good. I haven't driven manual in a couple of months just because the new Beetle is actually automatic. So it'll be fun to kind of churn through some gears. At least I think it'll be fun. I think I miss it. We'll see if I do or not. I guess like 500 miles in, it'll reveal itself. It'll definitely reveal itself after a couple thousand miles in. So yeah, so far so good though. Here we go. I am about an hour in and already faced with a couple little issues. Again, let me turn this music down. For one, the CarPlay isn't working. Every time I plug it in, it works for like 30 seconds and then it starts saying it cannot detect the USB. I'm imagining it's either something with the cord. Actually, I know it's not the cord because I tried 2 different cords. So it's something with the car communicating with my phone. But luckily the car has onboard sat nav, so I'm running that. And then there's a dash cam in here, and that dash cam's power cord has like its little 12 volt thing has an extra USB thing. So I can plug into that to charge my phone without the car trying to detect it for CarPlay. So that's a little workaround. I can't use CarPlay, but I can use the 2 things independently, a charger and sat nav. The other thing I'm realizing is the alignment is slightly off. You can see there, it's pulling to the left. It's ever so slight. I think it might be a toe issue just from how it's handling. Yeah, it's pulling to the, or not to the right, to the left, I'm sorry. It's pulling to the left, so I'm having to like adjust that. I'm having to like essentially pull to the right just a little bit to keep straight, which isn't really an issue except for the fact that it's going to cause uneven tire wear. So at my first stop with the sun up, I'm going to look at the tires and just make sure everything looks like it's not wearing ridiculously. And I'll check the tires every single stop just to make sure nothing looks outlandish. Like I said, it is really slight. You can see it there. It is really slight, so I don't think it's going to be a huge issue, but it is something I want to be mindful of. If I absolutely have to, I'll stop at like a quick alignment place and just get it dialed in. But yeah, relatively smooth sailing, I guess. I don't know. We're 1 hour down. I got 4 hours to go, 291 miles to my destination, and I guess things could be worse. Let's keep on trucking. Okay, just entered Alabama a couple minutes ago. Looks like I am at about a quarter tank of gas. It says 245 miles to my destination, so definitely not making it all the way there on this gas, but I should make it to Montgomery. It's been pretty smooth sailing. Nothing really to update in the last little bit, just dark on the road alone. Jamming out to this 56-hour playlist I made. That sign says entering Central Time Zone, so I just lost an hour, or gained an hour rather. It just got a little bit earlier, which is nice. I left home at about 3:15, and now it is now 3:29, so that's the magic of the world clock, I suppose. But yeah, smooth sailing so far. I'm having a good time, good music. Car's pretty comfortable for the first hour-ish time. I don't know, hour and a half, whatever it's been. I think it's gonna be a good trip. Okay, we are in Montgomery, Alabama. First gas stop. We're filling it up. This thing takes premium, as you would imagine, but all is going well. I'm pretty cold. I'm pretty stiff. I'm just generally a little bit tired, but I think once the sun comes up, I'll be good. Yeah, I pulled over on what looked like it said Zelda Road, which is wild. Honestly, doesn't look like a great place, but given Montgomery's history, I'm inclined to believe it's probably not super affluent, sadly but surely. But we're going to be here for literally just long enough to get this tank of gas, then we're going to get out of here, so it doesn't really matter. It is 4:30. I'm making decent time. I should be at my destination at 7:05. Plus 5 minutes for this stop, so 7:10, let's say. Yeah, what is that, 2.5 hours to go? Not too bad. Okay, 18.7 miles to my exit, 22 miles to my destination. It is 6:30 a.m. in Mobile, Alabama. The Gulf Shores are pretty in the morning, man. There's bridges and just nice clear skies. It's nice out here, man. At least nice nature-wise. I have no idea what like the people are like, what the political climate is like, or any of that, but it's pretty, that's for sure. I am definitely getting tired. Let's see, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm definitely getting tired, but I will be at the coffee shop soon. I'm gonna get an iced coffee probably, maybe get an extra shot in there to spice that boy up. Yeah, hopefully get like a 30-minute to an hour hangout in Mobile, and then it looks like it's 2 hours and 15 minutes to New Orleans. where I will be stopping for lunch, do a good lunch there, and then hopefully just hit it. I'm gonna stop in Houston, Texas, I know for sure, to get another coffee, but then cruise to Austin. Hopefully I won't like have any other prolonged stops outside of Mobile and then New Orleans. Everything else just be like boom, boom, boom. I didn't factor in that my date's flight lands at 6:30 Texas time, not Georgia time. So there's a slight chance she's gonna beat me there. If so, she's already agreed that she'll just Uber to the hotel. It's not a big deal, but I'd like to be at the airport before her, so I'm gonna kind of try to hustle where I can. Anytime I see a clear stretch, maybe I'll just put my foot down just a little bit, but things are going well. Yeah, about 10 minutes I'll be there, at least to my first stop there. It's gonna be several hours till I'm there, but you know, here we are. I have arrived. Matt's here in his... Hello. Oh my God, I'm so stiff. What's up, bro? What's up? Oh, man. Oh. All right, so we made it. Veloster N doing a good job. Matt's LX 470 here though. This dude does all kinds of crazy rock crawling in this thing. Does a bunch of camping stuff with his kid. It's got a vanity tag. We love to see it. Definitely, this truck has its own Instagram page, so follow that. I believe it's ADV LX maybe. I'll float it here because I don't remember, but it's a dope page. Follow him. Hit him with a bunch of likes. But yeah, this place is pretty cool. It's called Satori Coffee here in Mobile, Alabama. Yeah, I'm gonna go in. I just ordered a latte. We're gonna hang out and just kick it for a few minutes before I get back on the road. All right, so just had coffee. Oh, I gotta push the clutch in because manual. So I just had coffee with Matt. It is 7:51 a.m. We're filming. See you, dude. Have a good one. Be safe. Yep. So there's Matt. It is 7:51 a.m. in Mobile, Alabama. Next stop is New Orleans and a lunch. I'm gonna navigate just to New Orleans in general. Maybe I'll pick one restaurant and just go there. But that's gonna be my main meal for the day. That's gonna be my big meal for today, and then dinner in Austin. So he said it should be 2.5 hours to New Orleans. It's smooth sailing. I've done this trip before, this section, and it's beautiful. There's a bunch of bridges and water, and it should be pretty cinematic. I'm gonna try to get the camera out a lot, but yeah, man, this place, Satori, is pretty nice. Everybody that comes in was pretty nice. The coffee was good. Employee was cool. I'm having a good time. The trip is going well, my friends. I am on I-10 West, headed for New Orleans. I'm gonna be on this for 95 miles and 128 miles to the restaurant total, which leads me to believe that this place is kind of far off the highway. which if that's the case, if that seems like the case when I get a little bit closer, I'm gonna find somewhere else. I'm not willing to go that far off the highway for a meal. I'm not willing to lose that much time. I want something that's pretty convenient. I do want a good meal because it is gonna be my only, maybe my only meal for the day, like my only meal that doesn't come out of this bag right here. But I'm unwilling to like set myself back for it. So we'll see what happens. When I'm about 30, 40 miles out, I'll probably look it up again and see. But for now, cruise control is set to 74 miles an hour. I'm just sitting here chilling. Open highway. It's pretty easy. I am enjoying this trip. I am enjoying this car. Glad I got to see a friend, and glad I get to spend lots of time just on the road in general. I live a good life. I'm lucky, man. I really do live a great life. We made it to Mississippi. Just got to Mississippi. The skies are clear. Highway is fairly clear. Got cruise control on still. Just hanging out, man. Just straight up hanging out. This is good, man. This trip is good. It's leisurely. Man, do I want to go to the rest area in Mississippi? Hell no, I don't want to go to the rest area in Mississippi. Ideally, we won't have to stop in Mississippi at all. I'll cruise straight through to Louisiana. Hopefully, I'll literally cruise control all the way to Louisiana without having to touch these pedals. That'd be super chill. Things are like getting a little bit more trafficy, so I probably won't get that lucky, but smooth sailing, man. So I am in Biloxi, Mississippi. I need gas. This is gonna be my second gas stop. I'm at about a quarter tank, but I'm in a major city and I like to get gas in major cities. I just don't like stopping in small little towns across the South, honestly. No shade, but I'd rather stop in a major city if I gotta stop. So Biloxi seems as good as it's gonna get for a while. So I'm gonna stop here, fill up, hit the bathroom. Yeah, still going super well. It's beautiful out here. It really is. Like Gulf Coast or Gulf Shore, whatever the area is called, is great. We're on I-10 East and it is, or I-10 West. I-10 West and it is beautiful. Woo, and this car is, even in eco mode, is quick. Woohoo! All right, we're going to the right. Going over to this racetrack here and we're gonna get some gas. I feel like a lot of you are going to be watching this video for the car, so I want to get more shots of it. Here I am, Biloxi. This thing is good, man. It's really good. I don't know that there's a lot of better options at the 30 grand price point. There's a couple competitors. You got your GTIs in there. You can get a pretty good GTI for 30 grand, fully loaded at that point, but this is just right on par with it, man. Fit and finish is a little better on the Volkswagens, but this has a lot of tech, a whole lot of tech built into it. Plus, it's like a little bit more like rowdy. It's a little less refined. It's way more refined than I'm used to with a lot of stuff, but this thing is just, you know, it's a hoot. It's a good car. I like it. I like it a lot. it's looking like, I think I've been spending like 40 bucks a tank. This is only my second tank, but I think the first one was right around 40. Ooh, I had about a quarter in there, and that was 8.8 gallons, $31 at $3.55 a gallon, which isn't cheap, but it's way better than it has been, and way better than you guys in the West are dealing with, so I won't complain. I'm gonna run in, take a piss, get an energy drink, and keep on trucking. Cruising over a bunch of bridges in Louisiana, and man, it is really scenic, just really beautiful. All these bayous and marshes, and God, it's great. Like, look at that. Woo! That is incredible, man. You don't see bridges in Atlanta because there's no water. There's no water in Georgia, so you don't ever see like cool bridges like this, and it's amazing, man. It's just dope that you can just leave your house in the morning and be in completely different scenery. I love driving around this country. It is amazing, man. Highly recommend driving places instead of flying or whatever. Like, this is just great. Under my own 2 feet, I've gotten myself here with a really fun car for very little money. I think so far I am in Louisiana about 18 miles outside of the restaurant in New Orleans. I don't know how far I'm away from actual New Orleans, but let's say 15 miles from New Orleans. I spent like 70 bucks. This is just great. $70, I'm in New Orleans. All right, so we are in New Orleans proper. I am like 200 feet from the restaurant, 900 feet from the restaurant. These roads are weird to navigate. They have these weird little crossover streets in New Orleans. I have zero idea where I'm actually supposed to go. I'm thinking, nope, it's up there, one way, right here. So I think it's right up here, maybe. Let's see. Ooh, I don't know. But we're gonna find it. We're gonna find some food. It's gonna be dope. Yeah, next time you'll see me, I'll hopefully be eating. I'm gonna get off the camera though so I can find where I'm going. Okay, change of plans. That place is in some weird like warehouse construction. You gotta go through a chain link fence and over some gravel and weird shit. Apparently it's a food truck that's like tucked deep in like some industrial area. Not about it. I'm gonna hop on Google and see if I can't find something else that's open. It seemed like most of the restaurants here open at 11. This place opened at 10 and a bunch of people recommended it, so that's why I was gonna go. But I'm gonna see if something else is open, find something, and just get back on the road. I'm kind of over the idea of like having a really dope meal. I just want something, and then I want to punch miles because I'm making really good time and I'd like to keep that up. So this little detour is gonna set me back, but we shall prevail. I'm gonna find some food. We're gonna get back on the road. It'll be good. But this whole place is just a construction zone, dude. There's like everywhere I go, there's like a huge crater. I know the GoPro makes everything look small, but over there's just like a big hole in the street, but we'll find something. Okay, I am en route to a new restaurant. I probably could have gotten into that other one, but there was all kinds of potholes and craters and stuff, and maybe in my own car I would try that, but I am not about to bang up a borrowed car on some like shitty gravel road. So this place will be fine. It looks like they're an actual like brick and mortar restaurant, so I'll also have access to a bathroom, which will be good because your boy has to pee. Got the car, little Mustang here. We're going to this place right here, Ital Garden. It's got a Mustang, an Escalade, and a scooter out front, so it seems like my kind of place. Let me make sure I lock the car here because it has a bunch of stuff in it that I don't want to lose, but I'm gonna go check this place out now. Hopefully it's dope. If it's not, whatever, it's still food. Okay, back in the car, finished the food. The food was mediocre at best, honestly. I did not love it. I grew up just loving breakfast food. My mom made breakfast every single day when we were kids. And in adulthood, I don't ever really cook breakfast. So anytime a restaurant's serving breakfast, I'm pretty stoked because it reminds me of my childhood and those foods that I used to eat. But their breakfast platter was just pretty generic. It wasn't super flavorful. It was super meh. And I spent 20 bucks on it. I'll roll in a picture right here. 20 bucks for that ain't great. Not stoked on it, but it's fine. I'm full now. I still got my bag of snacks here, so we'll get to getting. Next stop is a coffee shop in Houston. I have a little Celsius here, but Houston's about 5.5 hours away, so I'm gonna casually sip this. By the time I get to Houston, I'll be probably sleepy again, so I'll grab a coffee at that place and then off to Austin. But other than gas, no stops before Houston, really. It should just be smooth sailing, 5.5 hours. Let's get it.